In the forgotten corners of history, where shadows merge with the echoes of the past, there lies a tale of terror and vengeance that has haunted Carter's Valley, Tennessee for generations. You're listening to MountainLore, Tales from Appalachia. This story begins with a man named Bill Hankins, a giant of a man, once a blacksmith and a horse trader, whose life took an ominous turn during the tumultuous days of the Civil War. Bill Hankins, they say, was known far and wide for his sharp mind and his knack for turning a profit. A shrewd livestock dealer, he accumulated wealth in the quiet corners of Hawkins County, nestled amid the undulating hills and whispering creeks. When the ravages of the war swept through the land, the raiders rode with hunger and greed in their eyes, seeking anything they could seize, a steady stream of horses, food, gold, and the secrets buried in the pockets of the well-off. On a night drenched in darkness, the rebels descended upon Bill Hankins' homestead. Their eyes gleamed with greed as they surrounded the house, battering down the door with brutish force. A struggle ensued, but the odds were overwhelming, 12-1 in favor of the marauding raiders. Hankins was swiftly overpowered, tied down to a chair, and subjected to merciless interrogation. These raiders wanted his money, that elusive cash that would line their pockets and feed their voracious appetites. But Hankins, in his defiant determination, held his secrets close. The promise of doubling his investments drove him, for he knew that with his money gone, he'd be left penniless in a world torn apart by war. The rebels resorted to cruelty, their methods growing increasingly savage as they sought to break Hankins' resolve. Slaps and punches, a hot poker, and a sharp knife all became tools of torment in their quest for information. The rebel leader, bearded and determined, made a chilling promise. "If you don't tell us where the money is, I'm going to cut off your hand." Bill Hankins' response was resolute, his voice echoing with defiance. "Cut away, damn you, and if you do, I vow you'll die by the very hand you cut away." And so, amid the malevolent moonlight, a grisly act unfolded. 2 men held his body firm, while 2 others immobilized his arm. With every swing of the blade, a piece of Hankins' strength, his resilience, his very essence was severed. His hand fell to the ground, and his life-blood followed, staining the earth crimson. The rebels left his broken body on the floor, looting his house before setting it ablaze. Hankins' severed hand was thrown carelessly into a ditch beside the road, a gruesome reminder of their merciless deeds. As dawn's pale light crept over the horizon, the rebels found themselves plagued by an eerie sensation. The leader complained of a phantom grip around his throat. Despite the absence of any visible assailant, he choked to death, a victim of unseen forces. One by one, the rebels met their own dark fates, drowning in a swift river, succumbing to strange and sudden deaths. All, that is, except for one survivor who lived just long enough to recount the horrors of that night. Since that fateful evening, whispers have lingered in Carter's Valley. The burned-out ruins of Hankins' home stand as a chilling testament to the malevolence that once gripped that land. Travelers hurry past the site on moonless nights, feeling an unexplainable chill in the air. Some who dared to linger reported feeling a phantom touch on their shoulder, as if a spectral hand still sought to make its presence known. Bill Hankins' hand was never found, lost in the annals of history, yet forever woven into the fabric of a tale that defies time. For in the quiet corners of Carter's Valley, where the wind murmurs secrets to the trees and the shadows dance to forgotten rhythms, the legend lives on, a haunting reminder that even in death, vengeance may have its say.